Alrighty, y'all, so I just landed in Houston en route to Tennessee, and let's just say it's been an interesting day of travel. So the first flight I had this morning was canceled due to like aircraft maintenance. So finally got like a flight rebooked, and when I made it to the airport this morning, they told me that that flight was going to be leaving out of San Francisco, and I'm like, am I supposed to like Uber all the way to California? They finally figured out what the glitch was, and I was hoping that that was the end of the issues for the morning. But when I made it to the gate, there was like an issue with the seating. They didn't actually have a seat for me on the airplane, and so the plane's boarded. It's running a little bit behind at this point, and they finally was able to figure it out. But by the time I got on, like, you could see like the sigh of relief on people's faces as everybody was ready to go. But to God be the glory, it looks like it's all going to work out. And like I said, going back to Tennessee, this time going to be spending the weekend in Chattanooga. If you followed along the last time my wife and I were here last summer, we spent like some time in Nashville, and we really keyed in on Clarksville. After like being in Clarksville, we thought it was a good city, but we didn't particularly like it. And so we got back to Portland, did some more research, and discovered Chattanooga. It's like really pretty. I think they call it like Scenic City. It's like the nickname, and has like a lot of like the outdoor stuff that we've become accustomed to of living in Oregon. And so we figured just come back, check it out. My wife can actually come this time because we just had like a baby. She's only like 6 weeks old. And so my wife's mom is actually stepping into my place, helping her out while I'm here. And so this weekend, we're going to be checking out like a bunch of thrift shops. They actually have like a bins there, going to check that out. Also, there's like a lot of stores that my wife wants me to check out, like Trader Joe's, Costco, Target, just to kind of see the proximity of everything. Also gonna be checking out like some neighborhoods, so there'll be like a combination of some of the same things you guys seen if you watched the Nashville video when we were here last summer. So looking forward to taking you guys along with me again. Alrighty, y'all, so it's a brand new day, a new opportunity. Yesterday was like extremely exhausting, and you guys seen where I kind of shot that clip over by like the window at the airport. I was literally over there for like 4 hours because I had like a really long layover, and my flight was scheduled to leave like at, I think, like 5:45, and I noticed like around like 5:30ish the gate had changed, and I'm like, oh shoot. And so I went and looked, and my new gate was probably the furthest that you could possibly be. And I think I only had like a little bit over 10 minutes to get there before like they stopped the board. So I had to like literally run through the airport, hop on like the train to get over to like the next terminal. It was an absolute disaster for basically hanging out all day and then almost missed the flight just due to not paying attention to the gate change. So that was on me, but it's a brand new day, and my first stop is the Goodwill bins in Chattanooga. I've heard that this bins is really small. The reviews aren't really good as well, but figured I'd come in here and check it out. So let's go in here and see what it's all about. These are like some Ariats, but man, they're like really beat up. Hole right there, and I don't even have a space for these. Just a little bit. Okay. Okay, absolutely. If I run across it, I'll let you know. Yeah, no doubt. American Eagle, Skinny. Looks kind of like Lululemon, but definitely not the case. As you can see, like the entire clothing section is only like 8 total bins. So it's like super small, like smaller than any bin store I've ever seen in my life. So far, just kind of being in here, it's really small, and if this how it is every day, man, we would starve to death out here. Alrighty, y'all, so just wrapped up, and not one single item, and just like the review said, it's really small. Like I said, it was only like 8 or 9 bins in the entire section for like clothing, and most of those are like Old Navy, Gap, just stuff that's not really desirable. So shopping here every single day would, if it's like this, it would be a challenge, and I don't really know how beneficial and profitable it would be if this is kind of where I had to come every single day and then the selection was that bad and this small. But hey, I figured I was here, and the bins is a big part of kind of how I run my business, so why not give it a shot? But this one right here doesn't really seem like it would kind of meet the criteria for the new items that I'll be looking to pick up. Alrighty, y'all, so the bins was a bust, so let's go in here and check out Goodwill of Chattanooga. Almost got like some Oregon shorts or something right here in that colorway. These are really snagged out and stained up. Bottoms are really worn out on these right here. Got some Hokas, a really big size to fit back in my duffel bag, and the bottoms are really bad. So
I appreciate that so much.
So you got these Hokas right here. They look like they're in pretty decent condition, just a little bit dirty. Pretty good size, a women's 7.5, and I think these are like the Bondi 7s. So these will be worth putting back in my bag. Alrighty, y'all, so one thing I noticed like right off the bat being in that thrift store is like the prices is probably half of what you would pay in Portland. I mean, I got these Hokas right here in pretty good condition, just need to be washed a little bit. I can almost guarantee you in Portland, these probably would have been somewhere between like 20 and 30 bucks. And there, they only cost like $5.99. So really cheap compared to that right there. The store was pretty big. I didn't really see a whole lot of the other stuff that I'm looking to pick up, but the selection just in general was, they had like a pretty good variety. So I think like depending on which day you stop in here, you probably could come in here and maybe find a few items here and there. Alrighty, y'all, so this is like Providence thrift store. The review said it was pretty decent, and it was like in the area where I already was, so I figured I'd kind of come in here and give it a shot.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
These are definitely inexpensive here, $5, but not really desirable. And these things are like weights, super heavy. So there's the Trader Joe's that my wife wanted me to check out. And it looks like Target is literally right down the road from it. And it looks like here is the Target, like less than a mile from the Trader Joe's. And here is the Costco. It's actually located in Georgia, but it's actually pretty close to like the Chattanooga, or I guess the Tennessee state line. So not really as far as you would think. Literally probably only like 5 minutes over the Tennessee-Georgia state line. Alrighty, let's go check out Ross in Chattanooga. On the games, $40. Got some North Face like hiking shoes, $80. I apologize, I know like the alarms are going crazy. There they go. Oh, it went off. Got some Allbirds, $20. It seems like literally every alarm in the shoe section is going off. So what, like 25? Got some T-Max in the Magic colorway, $30. And I'm pretty sure I can fit these back in my bag, so I'm gonna grab these at $30. In my area, it's all Oregon Duck stuff, of course, but they got like these same camo Nike hoodies for Georgia. These are both on clearance for like $15. Got like a large, and this one's a medium, and these are selling for like $50. And with Georgia, man, like being like top dog, can't lose with these right here. set up for like hikers, bikers, walkers, and like tourists. And then over on the other side, it's strictly set up for mostly just vehicles. At the University of Tennessee at Chattanooga. Shout out T.O. So this is a subdivision called Moss Landing. My wife has been doing like a lot of research just over the last few months, and she keeps kind of coming back here, so I told her I would check this out. When I was in Chattanooga, seems like it's fairly new. Homes are really nice.
The next day.
Alright, y'all, so it's a brand new day. Had a lot of fun exploring Chattanooga yesterday, and initially when I planned this trip I had the hopes of spending like all of my time in Chattanooga, but I felt like yesterday I hit like most of the main points that I came here to do. So I'm gonna make a little bit of an audible and take a commute down to Nashville today. Plan on checking out some areas that we didn't get a chance to look at back this past summer, and also going to do some sourcing. It should just be a good opportunity to kind of switch it up today. Didn't have plans on doing this initially, but I'll catch you guys in the Music City. So it looks like you got the Portland rain here in the Nashville area. So I'm gonna be checking out like a number of towns today. So first up is Murfreesboro. There's like Ross, like not too far from where I'm at right now, so I'm gonna go ahead and stop in there first. It's like some Hoka's, Tecton X's. And no money to be made here though at 90. They literally have these at like almost every Ross and Burlington. I've seen them like at like every location I've been to. So these are like a pair of Columbia Bahama Vent, like the high tide wide shoes. I've sold this model a couple times from the bins pre-owned, usually between like 30 and 40. Only like 17 here, and it looks like these are consistently selling for like 50 plus shipping. So I think I'm gonna grab these right here. Also, there is a Burlington's that wasn't too far from the Ross that I just left, and so figured I would kind of stop in here, check it out, and looks like they haven't really been open that long either, so let's go in here and see. I don't know if you can see it, but $24.99 on these Nike Vapor Edge football cleats. And this right here is like a size 12. The only other size 12 is listed for like $125 all in, and they also have like 100% sell through rate. I think there's like 9 listed, like 10 or 11 sold. So a no-brainer at this price. So another pair of the Nike Vapor Edge football cleats, and I believe these are like the same size, so I'll have like 2 size 12s. And again, same thing apply with these right here. My bag is getting kind of tight, and I don't know how many more shoes I can fit, but I think I'm gonna still try to make do by picking both of these up. Okay, y'all, so back at the Goodwill outlet. We were here last summer. They've been open now for like 4 hours, so I'm not sure if there's anything left in here. But let's go in here and check it out. So this is like a Under Armour t-shirt, nothing special. And as expected, not like a whole lot of stuff in here in the middle of the day. I might pick this up just to maximize my space, but we'll see. Jack Daniels long sleeve, like a waffle shirt. By the time I got here, all the carts was gone, of course, and so I got to kind of like just review these items here in like the hard goods section. I think I'm gonna pick up this Jack Daniels, kind of like a waffle long sleeve shirt. And it looks like you can get somewhere between like 20 and 30 bucks for it. Then this Under Armour t-shirt, I mean, it's not really worth a whole lot, but it is kind of what I do. I mean, I can sell it probably like 15 bucks. I got like a lot of these listed. So I'm gonna just pick up these 2 items right here. I didn't expect to come in here in the middle of the day and find like a lot of items. That's typically not how the bins work, but every now and again you can do that, but usually not the case. Alrighty, y'all, so just those 2 items inside of the Nashville outlet. And I actually like this outlet. One of the reasons is because when you walk in, it's like a pretty open store, and they have like a bunch of selections, unlike the bins yesterday in Chattanooga. And figured at first that Jack Daniels t-shirt didn't really kind of stand out to me. Then I did some research and figured out that you could probably sell it somewhere between like 20 and 30 bucks. And this is like the middle of the day on Saturday, usually like the busiest day at the Goodwill being, so rarely can you just walk in there in the middle of the day on a Saturday and find like a lot of items. It can happen, but usually it's the exception and definitely not the rule. Okay, y'all, so there was a Ross literally like less than like a mile from the bin, so I'm gonna stop in here and see what I can come up with. Got more of these Hoka Tecton X's. 90 bucks. Have to wait for these to be clearance down. So these are like some Brooks like lunch 9s, I believe. They've been clearance down to like 35 bucks. This is like a bigger size, but I always say a 15 is still a size that you can move. I picked up some size 15 Hokas, and there's been a lot of interest in those. And so again, the sizes are listed. Should be able to get somewhere between like 80 and 90 bucks for these right here. So I think I can fit these in, because I don't think I'll have much else to go in my bag. Alrighty, y'all, so just driving through a neighborhood in Gallatin, a smaller suburb in like the northern Nashville area, and these homes are pretty decent for the price. But they're doing like a lot of building over here, and the area doesn't have like it's not a ton of stuff out here, but it seems like it's on the up and coming. It's like a lot of builds going on out here. Like literally just like all up there. Yep, like all over here, just a ton of building. Alright, Alright y'all, so I'm back at my hotel, and by the grace I got my entire bag packed with all of the stuff that you guys seen me pick up on this trip. Was getting nervous as I was kind of putting stuff in here because it didn't seem like it was going to fit, and if I picked up one more pair of shoes, it definitely wouldn't have worked out. But happy to be heading back home early in the AM.
This might be all that I know. Think it's okay. I've got a long way to grow. At my own pace. Go the long way. No one taught me how to walk, but I figured it out fine.